Just bear with me. I'm not going to be on here long. I got to do this test stream, this test run just to meet the guidelines for TikTok. So that's what I'm on right now. Let me go ahead and run this joint. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's what happened. All right, got it. Didn't know my mic was muted. But what I wanted to do was come on here and clear the air on TikTok and YouTube. So what you're seeing now on the vertical side is how I conduct my live streams on YouTube, especially on TikTok. It's a little bit different because I got both pieces of software running at the same time. I need to unstable video quality. Okay. Just testing. This is just really just a test stream, just see how everything's going. But I wanted to clear the air on what people thought about what I say on TikTok, right? What I say on TikTok is different than what I say on YouTube. I use TikTok for, excuse me, clear my throat. I like to use TikTok for content because TikTok is really filled with people with opposing views. And it's crazy to me how they are allowed to get away with whatever the hell they want on TikTok. And the minute you say something or do something, now you're the misogynist or the misandrist or whatever you want to call it, right? And that's the way they come at you. I haven't had nothing but negative experiences on TikTok. The first time I opened the app, I was greeted with a video that said men ain't ish. And since I'm a man, of course I'm gonna take offense to it. Because we all know by now the same people who are causing problems in society, they're a small minority. And yet we're all catching the blame for it. We're all taking the heat for it. So my goal was to try to help young men out as best I could. As best I could. Wait a minute, chat with more people. Okay. Yeah, so what I want to do is try to help young men out the best I could and avoid some of these people. Some of these folks that don't have anything good to say about you. And staying away from these societal stereotypes that people are trying to label us with. So that's what I wanted to clear up here on TikTok. So don't take this, don't take what I say on TikTok as what my platform is all about. Because you got some really ugly people on here. And thank you for coming in. You got some really ugly people out here who are just on TikTok just to spread hatred. That's all they're good for. That's all they're good for. That's all they want to do. And all they want to do is sow discourse. I've seen like a ton of platforms on TikTok who all they want to do is just, man bash or woman bash. But the funny thing about it is all you got to do is tell the truth a lot of times and back it up with data, and you make them other people go away. You make them look terrible. Like one of the videos one of my family members seen, they didn't like that I pointed, let's see, where is it at? That I pointed this out about certain people. Oh, that's great, Meg. 2 away from 70.2K. That's what's up. I'm trying to get up there. I got I'm just trying to get to 1,000. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just trying to get to 1,000. But what I plan on doing going forward is putting snippets of my podcast off of YouTube onto here and keep pushing. Like, I'm not really worried about money. I do enough outside of TikTok and YouTube, but any extra income would be great so I could put it away for other things. But yeah, I'm trying to get to 1,000 and hopefully people come in, hit the follow button as you come in. But yeah, I used to have a lot of fun on this app until, them Sanders came in, and it seemed like every day you got some stupid question or some stupid live talking about people like just bashing the other side. Like, this stuff never goes away. And the funny thing about all these battles that we keep having socially, if you took them to the politicians and actually dealt with what the core problems are, you wouldn't have an issue. People would get along. See, the people sitting there, the bean counters are sitting there just lining their pockets while we up here fussing at each other. And we know some of this stuff is stupid, and I get it. Some of us peaked in high school. Some of us don't know what the hell's going on. They think that their little bubble that they've been in for the last 20 years is what the world is supposed to be. They don't have a clue. And then you got brothers on here that'll sit there and educate people on the history, and then you're called a hater. You're called a hater. So the last video I did on TikTok was, let's see, let me find my iPad here, was this one. And let's see if I can pull this up. All right, here we go. All right, so that's enough of that one. So I did a whole video on, I'm gonna do a longer series on these people right here. But like I said, this video is just a test video for TikTok. I want to see how this goes. I'm gonna watch it back later. And for some reason, I can't see my live feed on there. Hold up, let me get rid of this. Stop. All right, there we go. That was getting annoying. Anyway, so what we were doing, me and a couple of the fellas have been doing on YouTube. You got to excuse my neighbor out here with the damn lawnmower. I didn't know he was going to jump up here and start cutting the grass. But anyway, when you see stuff like in the background, I don't know if you noticed the background, there's a whole non-government organization called Diverting Hate, whose sole purpose is to come at men's platforms and use policy to try to affect what we're doing. And I know for the people on YouTube, we're well aware of it, but they're trying to make the claim that even on TikTok, that we're the ones out here spreading a bunch of false information, a bunch of hatred, a bunch of like bad information and affecting young men to the point where they want to try to affect policies across the internet on all platforms to try to get men removed from these platforms. This is essentially what they did with the school system. You notice there's not a whole lot of men in the school system. Now, you can say that what I'm saying is not true. I doubt it. But ask some of these male teachers how they feel about working at a school. It's like the feminists came in and everything and started watching these dudes like a hawk, and people don't want that pressure. I'm not saying that things don't happen to children, but you're in the lion's den, and the minute something goes left, everybody automatically assumes you're guilty. That's why a lot of dudes walk away from the education system. Nobody wants to work with little children anymore. And yet the only father figure a lot of these young men and women are going to see, not father figures, the next time they see actual men or interact with them, it's going to be in college. Our society is messed up when you got people who cry on the internet and use basic feelings-based arguments to make their points. And then somebody will turn around and they'll convict someone in the court of public opinion. And then the rest of us got to deal with it. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can close TikTok and reopen it. Because, yeah, that was getting annoying. But, yeah, and even when you spread the truth about something, you got issues. Pause that. All right. See, this is nothing but responses. Only a few of these in here are original videos. But most of the stuff I put out are things like how to make more money, how to get into a career field where you will always have a job that is competitive. Like, here's one right here. Second from the, let's see, top left. And a lot of us, that's what we do. We talk about ways for young men to improve their lives, not fall into the traps of society, and somehow you're demonized for it. Go to the gym, make your bed. You know? Get a haircut every once in a while. Study, save, invest. Establish yourself. And then come back and start a family, if that's your desire. We're not trying to force anything on anyone. As a matter of fact, I was watching a podcast the other day. I listened to it while I was at work. It was 2 hours long of these chicks saying the same thing over and over. Where you had a bunch of dudes who were established in their different career fields, and how they couldn't make those guys do what they wanted them to do. Now, I could care less, but it's something about people trying to mommy dudes on the internet, trying to bully people into conforming to societal norms. And people are just tired of it. Why can't you go out here and just live your life? As long as you're being productive. You ain't bothering nobody. I mean, what's up? And this is exactly what you hear. You hear crickets. Oh, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. Says who? Says who? If the shoe was on the other foot, you'd be crying about, no. That's oppression. And y'all know I'm right. What's good for thee should be good for me. Let's see what else we can find on here. Now, is this a male content creator? He's out here spreading some good information. People like this don't make the list. Welcome versus welcome Aden versus Aiden. 45 viewers. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Like I said, this is just a test run, just to see if my PC can handle both OBS and TikTok Creator Studio, and so far so good. Even though it's saying my computer usage is 100%. Let me close some of this shit out. OBS is taking up a lot. I got to figure out how to send this straight to TikTok without going through the Creator Studio. There's got to be a way around it. Got to be a way around it. Matter of fact, let me check to see what this mobile preview looks like. All right, there we go. All right, so mobile looks good. It may be a little choppy. I may have to shut down YouTube. Just turn the stream off and see what happens. Because I think the two are fighting between each other, trying to get this right. Need to set this up so I can log into everything at once. Yeah, OBS is chewing up the shit out of my computer right now. All right, so I'm going to shut this down on YouTube here in a minute. Nah, you know what? I'll keep running for a second. Matter of fact, let me double check my phone to see how this looks. Need to see if it's real choppy or not. You know what bugs me about these apps? You got to log out of one to log back in the other. That's crazy. So just bear with me. I'm going to pause this for a second. Oh, snap. Shows I'm still live, but I don't know what's going on here. Why is my live not showing? It says I'm still live. I don't know what's going on with this studio shit, man. Live info. That is interesting. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, they won't let me watch live videos. I'm live on another device. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Let's see. Where is my live mobile preview? Live data. All right, cool. So now let me do this here. Let me change the title of this of YouTube Live. All right, here we go. Save this real quick. Update this title. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm wondering why I can't see everything going on. Okay, cool. All right. So next time I'm going to come in here and update that particular live. There we go. Let me look at some of these comments. Yeah, I like following this particular. All right, back to the show. All right. So I have several videos on YouTube. I even posted snippets of it on TikTok to where if you want to make more money or a career that actually is fulfilling, that you could check out that particular website. It's in my video description. I don't have many videos, but you'll see it has a bar in it, a couple bars in it with a spreadsheet on a website, and it shows all the things that's going on. So if you're tired of the monotonous day-to-day, construction is always one way to go. Several pieces, doing field work in the technical sector, it's pretty good. You got the guys doing solar, wind turbines, and stuff like that. Those are all very good careers, especially with them trying to force everybody to go green. You might want to jump into one of these other fields. You might want to do that. Pull that down. All right. And my YouTube channel is by the same name. No News Podcast. Same thing. I may move into doing more tutorials about YouTube, as well as all the stuff I'm doing here, switching. Oh, geez. Just like, oh, here we go. I just got to figure out the doubling up part because the audio keeps doubling up. Get that out of here. Boom. All right, so all the stuff that I do, switching, moving things around, all while live, you may need a tutorial on it. It's not hard to do. Welcome in. Please hit the follow button on your way in. Trying to get to 7. Well, I'm at 7:15 already. Okay. Trying to get to, I think I lost one, but anyway, trying to get to 1,000. This is just a test stream. I'm trying to work out some kinks in my audio and as far as my system goes. YouTube is not receiving enough data. I got to shut down on YouTube. Okay, cool. Stop on YouTube.